Every year, one tablet seems to capture everyone's attention. Whether it's a perennial favorite like the Samsung Tab S series, or a new entry into the growing Android market like the Yoga Tab Plus. There's always one device that seems to kind of become the benchmark for that year. Well, for 2024, it was the OnePlus Pad 2. This tablet made everyone's list of the top Android tablet for that year. Honestly, I can't blame it. With high-end specs, a clean UI, and a sleek and simple design, the OnePlus 2 is quite stunning. But it's no longer 2024, and the OnePlus Pad 2 has been on the market for about 7 or 8 months now. Is it still the darling of the Android tablet market, or is it already fading into the sunset? Well, let's check it out on another Real Honest Review. Hey tech lovers, thank you for joining me on another Real Honest Review. Let's dive into the specs of the OnePlus Pad 2. First off, the OnePlus Pad 2 boasts a 12.1-inch 3K display. Now it's not OLED, but it is a really nice LCD display with 144 Hz refresh rate, which as well it should. The visuals, they're sharp, they're vibrant, and they're really buttery smooth. And it makes a joy for both media consumption and gaming. It's powered by a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, and it's coupled with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. Now, one thing that is unique about the OnePlus Pad 2 is it gives you the option of using some of your system storage as additional RAM storage to help with heavier processes. I tried it out. It is nice. It is a little zippier. It's not super noticeable, but it is a really, really cool feature that the OnePlus Pad 2 offers that not too many other tablets offer. So whether you're multitasking or diving into some pretty graphic heavy processes or intensive games, the OnePlus Pad 2 has got your back. The smart keyboard attaches along with a case backing, attaches magnetically, and provides a decent typing experience. Let's talk about the design language here. The OnePlus Pad 2 features a sleek aluminum unibody design. It's both lightweight and it feels very premium in the hand. The gray is so much better than the emerald green from the OnePlus Pad 1. It's comfortable, it's got rounded edges, and it really makes it ideal for holding it in extended use. The battery life is pretty good. It has a 9,510 milliamp hour battery, and OnePlus offers the 67 watt charging brick in the box, which is, thank you OnePlus for continuing to do this, but it has a really good screen on time at about 6.5 hours. I normally begin with discussing the good of any product that I review, the positive points. But with the OnePlus Pad 2, let's talk about the bad. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This case and keyboard, guys. This OnePlus, talk to me, talk to your boy here. What are you doing putting this thing in the box? It just felt like cardboard. It felt cheap. I feel at any moment I could break this thing. It feels plasticky. I'll be honest. The quality of the case was almost a deal breaker for me. I opened it up when I unboxed it, and I almost put everything back in the box and said, nah, I'm done. It just felt cheap. I was so disappointed when I pulled this thing out of the box. I'm going to talk about the use of the keyboard at the good section. So using it is not bad, but the build quality of the case and the build quality of the keyboard really was just something left to be desired. Let's talk about the stylo. It is a solid C, maybe C+ effort. It's a stylus. It has a couple functions that come with it, but unless you use the OnePlus apps, you really don't work. There's a bit of latency And as somebody who is a doodler, as somebody who draws constantly on his tablet, it didn't feel flowy. It didn't feel good. I found like my handwriting got worse when I used this stylo rather than when I use, let's say, the Lenovo stylus, which is a lot better, and it cannot compare to the Apple Pencil. The Apple Pencil, it just blows this stylo out of the water. But overall, it's a serviceable stylus. If you're not looking to do a lot of doodling, then that really should not be a factor for you. And that's it. That's all of the bad that I have for the OnePlus Pad 2. There is so much good with this tablet. It's really kind of hard to know where to start. Oxygen OS on this guy. It's kind of settling into a nice blend of customization, things that make it kind of unique, and maintaining that stock Android feel. You just have a good stock Android experience with Oxygen OS. The form factor is really, really nice. It feels good in the hand. It's rounded edges. It just feels good. The gray, like I said, is so much better than that emerald green from last year. The screen is a really nice screen, even though the aspect ratio is 7:5. And when you're watching a lot of content, you get really a lot of forehead space and a lot of chin space. Even that's okay, because it is a bright, zippy, clear, buttery display. 12 gigabytes of RAM with the option of using storage to boost that RAM is a really, really nice perk. I really liked the multitasking on this tablet. Just to be able to take two fingers and just kind of swipe down, and there you are, and to be able to do 3 windows at any given time and kind of toggle back and forth. And the processing really handled anything I could throw at this device. The tablet, it's zippy, it's buttery smooth. I even like the speakers. Most tablet speakers I'm not a huge fan of, but it had pretty crisp highs and decent enough lows. It was a good listening experience. I want to take a quick break to say thank you to future episode partner OnePlus. I'm reviewing your product, but I had to pay for it. So why don't you go ahead and send me a product or two for free that I can review, and I'll send it back to you. So thank you so much. Future episode sponsor, OnePlus. Now, you've heard my thoughts on the quality of this case. Not a fan of it. However, using the keyboard is quite nice. And the keys are well spaced. I didn't feel like I was losing any real estate using these keys and typing on this keyboard. The keys themselves are quite springy and they're responsive. The touchpad, while it's a little laggy, but it's very big, so it wasn't horrible. I loved the AI button that you could program with Gemini or ChatGPT or whatever you're using. I loved the ability to turn off the touchpad, because as a guy with big hands who's constantly pressing accidentally against the touchpad and messing up my cursor, that's nice. I liked the keyboard. The keyboard was actually a really nice experience. I just didn't like the quality of the case. Ooh, another point. The ability to detach the keyboard and still use it via Bluetooth, it really, really came in handy. I think that function should be standard with any tablet that comes with a keyboard. And I'm looking at you, Lenovo. Take notes. It's a great, great idea. If OnePlus had spent a little extra effort on the keyboard and the case, guys, this thing would be over the moon. It's like they drove the ball down the field and then fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line. If they just would have put a little extra effort into the case, this would quite possibly be the perfect Android tablet. Final answer, should you consider this tablet? Yes, yes, and double yes. Even in 2025, 7-8 months after it was originally released. Yes, it's just that good. It's just that complete. Like I said, it is almost the perfect Android tablet, especially at this price point. It's ridiculously cheap compared to what Samsung is putting out with their high-end flagship tablets. It's 98% the perfect tablet. Good on ya, OnePlus. Good job. Thank you so much for watching this review. Give it a thumbs up to help your boy out. Subscribe for future Real Honest Reviews.